Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Wednesday, July the 19th. We got another full slate of MLB games today. We do have some day games, and one of the plays that I will be giving out in this video does come from one of these early games, so hopefully by the time you're watching this video, that game will have not started yet, and you can get this play in. But I got two props I'm going to share in this video, guys. Two pitcher fantasy scores that I'm liking for this slate. So before we talk through these two plays, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, please hit that like button down below. Really appreciate the likes. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks and use my promo code Noah. When you sign up, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Also, be sure to check out Sleeper. We are now partnered up with Sleeper. You guys can sign up for Sleeper as well. Use that promo code Noah over there. Get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Sleeper with my promo code. Now, if you've never heard of Sleeper, they're a DFS site just like Prizepicks and all these other sites. Underdog, all these other DFS pick'em prop sites. Pretty much the exact same, except they do have a little bit more of a different payout system. Their props are based off of a dynamic payout system. So basically, if a prop has a very high chance of hitting, you might only get like a 1.2x or 1.3x multiplier on that play. But you can also take a pick, like for example with MLB, you could take a player to hit a home run over on Sleeper, and you might get like a 4 or 4.5x multiplier on that one pick. So they offer a lot of props with some higher payouts. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money over there. So if you really like to chase for those high payouts, definitely recommend you check out Sleeper. Again, you can sign up, use that promo code Noah over on Sleeper, get your first deposit matched up to $100. Check them out if you guys have not yet. But let's go ahead and talk through the two plays I like for this Wednesday slate. Start off in the pitcher fantasy score category. Again, two pitcher fantasy scores I'm liking for today. First one is going to come from one of these earlier games. So again, hopefully by the time you're watching this video, this game will have not started yet. But I'm liking Brayan Bello's pitcher fantasy score. It's at 34.5, and I do like the over here for Bello. Really good matchup for Bello against Oakland. Oakland obviously has been one of the worst offensive teams in the league this season, if not the worst offensive team in the league. Their offensive numbers against right-handed pitching have pretty much been bottom of the league all season. If you look at where they rank in batting average, they're dead last in average. They are 26th in on-base percentage, dead last in slugging, dead last in OPS, second to last in ISO, and then WRC+, Oakland ranks 26th in that category. So pretty much they're bottom 5 in almost every offensive metric against right-handed pitching. Also in terms of strikeout rate, Oakland does have the third highest K rate, or they're tied actually with Seattle for the second highest K rate, 25.6% strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching this season. So not only has Oakland been striking out a ton against righties, they also have been very poor offensively against right-handed pitching. And Brayan Bello's been pitching really well this season, been pitching really well as of late. Over his last 5 starts, he's gone over this line in 3 out of his last 5. In the 2 starts that he didn't go over, he lost by the hook. He finished with 34 in both those starts. I would have loved to have gotten this line at 33.5. I think 33.5 would have been a great number because there's a lot of ways that Bello could finish with 34 fantasy points. But I think there's definitely a chance he could get more than 34, could go over this line of 34.5. The matchup is so good. There's so much strikeout upside available in this matchup. Bello's also been really good at getting soft contact, getting a lot of ground balls. He's been able to pitch really deep into games. If you look like over his recent starts, I mean, he's been going like 6-7 innings pretty much every start. He's gone at least 6 innings in 7 straight starts, and he's gotten a quality start in all 7 of those starts as well. So he's been kind of a quality start machine lately. I think this is a spot where he definitely projects to get a quality start, and I think a win is also on the table as well for Bello here. If you look at the odds for this game, the Red Sox are pretty heavy favorites to win this game. They're minus 225 moneyline favorites. Boston has a 5.2 implied run total for today, whereas Oakland has just a 3.5 implied run total. So if we can get a quality start and a win from Bello, that's almost certainly, I would think, going to put him over this fantasy score line. Really good matchup here. Good pitcher's park. Bad offensive team he's going to be able to go up against. Really like this spot for Bello. So more than 34.5 pitcher fantasy score for Brayan Bello will be the first play we take for today. And then the other play that I like, another pitcher fantasy score, I want to talk about Charlie Morton, 33.5 pitcher fantasy score. And I also like the over here for Morton. So pretty similar to Bello. Morton's been pitching really well as of late. over this line in 4 out of his last 5 starts. The one start where he lost, or he didn't go over, he lost by the hook, and that was a very tough matchup against Cincinnati, who's been one of the better offensive teams in the league this season and as of late. But this is a line that Morton has cleared in a large majority of his starts this season. He's over this line in 12 out of his 19 starts. I like getting this line at 33.5, kind of very similar to what we talked about with Bayo. There's a lot of ways that Morton could finish with 34 fantasy score here. He could go 6 innings with 6 Ks, give up 2 runs, and if he doesn't get a win, well, that would be 34 fantasy points. I mean, there's just so many ways with how the pitcher fantasy score system works, with how the scoring system is calculated. There's a lot of ways that Morton could finish with 34 fantasy scores. So I definitely like getting this line at 33.5. Not the greatest matchup here for Morton against Arizona. Arizona has been a pretty good offensive team this season against righties. They've definitely been better offensively than I think a lot of people expected. They also have been a very low strikeout team. They're not a team that strikes out a ton, but Morton is a really, really good strikeout pitcher. He's a guy with a pretty elite K rate so far this season. I mean, Morton has posted a strikeout rate over 25%. He's posted a 30% strikeout rate against lefties. And I think that's going to play well into this matchup. You look at this Diamondbacks lineup, they have a lot of lefties in their lineup. They have 5 lefties in their projected lineup. Morton has a K rate over 30% against lefties this season. He's done a pretty good job, getting ground balls, getting soft contact. He doesn't really get blown up that often. I mean, you look at like his recent starts lately, pretty sure he's given up like 3 runs or less in like all of his recent starts. He gave up 4 runs to the Mets, but prior to that, I mean, only allowed 2 runs to the Phillies. He did face this Diamondbacks team already once this season in Arizona. Went 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs, but got 9 strikeouts. Had 43 fantasy points last time he faced Arizona. So clearly, he's shown that he can still pitch well in this matchup. Despite Arizona being a low strikeout team, Morton was still able to get 9 strikeouts against them. But like I was saying, recent starts, I mean, 0, 1, 0, 3, 3, 0 in terms of earned runs allowed. So he's typically not a guy that's going to give up a ton of runs. He's always going to be a guy that gets strikeouts, even in a tough strikeout matchup like this. I think we can still expect Morton to probably get at least like 5 or 6 strikeouts here, maybe more. I was looking at a lot of his props for today. I was looking at his strikeout prop. Prizepicks has that set at 6 right now. Don't mind taking that over, but I definitely think there's a scenario where Morton goes under that line or pushes that strikeout prop, but still goes over fantasy score. I mean, you look at his last 5 starts, he's pushed his K prop in 3 out of 5, but go back to fantasy, he's gone over fantasy in 4 out of 5. So I kind of like fantasy a little bit more just because you have the chance at a quality start, you have the chance at a win. The Braves right now, I mean, they've just been putting up a ton of runs every night. They scored like 13 runs last night, still lost the game, but I mean, the Braves put up runs every night. It seems like you would think Morton's going to have some run support here. You would think he's got a pretty good chance of getting a win. The Braves have an implied run total over 6 tonight. The Diamondbacks have just a 4.2 implied run total. Very similar to the Boston situation. This is a spot where the Braves are heavy favorites to win this game, so I think Morton could definitely get a win here. If he gets a quality start, if he gets a win, well, that's almost certainly going to put him over 33.5 fantasy score, and I could see a scenario where he doesn't get a quality start, doesn't get a win, but maybe still goes over this fantasy score if he's able to get like a lot of strikeouts or something. So a lot of ways for Morton to go over this line. He's gone over this line in a large majority of his starts this season, and even in kind of a tougher matchup against a low strikeout team, I still think this line of 33.5 for Morton does feel a little bit too low today. So these are the 2 props I'm liking for this MLB slate for Wednesday, guys. Brian Bayo, more than 34.5 fantasy score, and then Charlie Morton, more than 33.5 fantasy score. These are a couple plays I'm liking early, kind of taking a first look at the board right now. But I'll be sharing some more plays for today over on Patreon. I'll probably post another Prizepicks entry, probably another entry on Sleeper as well. If you guys want to check out Sleeper, again, we are now partnered up with Sleeper. You can check them out, sign up, use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Sleeper, get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up over there. Also, if you guys are new to Prizepicks, you never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks, use my promo code NOAH over there as well, and get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all that I got for this slate, guys. Wish you the best of luck. As always, hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And I do want to mention that this will be my last video until Tuesday of next week, going on a little family vacation after today, so I'm not going to be able to make any content until Tuesday of next week. So that's probably, that's why you won't see any videos from me Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. But I should be back on Tuesday, maybe Monday, but I think Tuesday is probably the most likely day that I'll be able to get back and start making videos again. But I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys all enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and we will see you guys in the next one. Best of luck tonight, guys. Peace.